India versus Australia. Test number 3. It was an absolute massacre. Look at it any which way you want. Australia came out winner in that match. WPL started with a bang. What matches are going on there right now? Unbelievable. We'll be talking about those matches. But right here, in our home turf, we've got some fireworks. I was so lucky, Hamid Lakhani was so lucky to have witnessed that. And I'm talking about the Houston Youth Premier League, their finals that took place at the Moose Stadium right here in Houston. We've got some tremendous display of batting, bowling, fielding, you name it, it was there. And I do want to thank Brian C. for allowing both Hamid and I to share the mic with him in the commentary box. And kudos to the organizers of the Houston Premier League. There's plenty of action today here in the studio. We've got a lot to cover. We have our This Day in Cricket segment coming up. We also have our Spotlight segment coming up. Plenty of talk happening here. Friends, thank you so much for tuning into Masala Radio 98.7 FM. You are listening to Fulltoss, the voice of cricket in America. My name is RJ Amit, and tuning in from Dayton, New Jersey, my friend, my co-host, my mentor, Amarnath. Amarnath, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you very much, Amit. Thank you for the rousing reception. It's great to be here in the studio virtually, and looking forward to this discussion.
Amarnath, there seems to be some kind of a noise coming from your line. If you could please call me back again, I'll rejoin your call. In the meantime, friends, I do have two of the finest Houston Youth Premier League has. Very happy to see them here in the studio and representing their league. Across from me, two young men who are sitting with me here right now. And I'm going to introduce them one by one. Pranav and Ishaan. Pranav and Ishaan, welcome to the broadcast.
Hi, happy to be here.
Yeah, same.
Happy Holi to both of you, and happy Holi to our listeners. Let me tell you something, Pranav and Ishaan. I was so happy to see the way you guys play, the way you guys have prepared yourself, the way the tournament has taken place. So congratulations to you, to your parents, to your coaches, and to your league, and to the organizers that have done such a wonderful job. Without that, none of this could have been possible. So before you introduce yourself, both of you, I want you to first introduce your parents, give them a shout out, give your coaches a shout out, and then introduce yourself. So let me start with you, Pranav, first.
Hi, my name is Pranav, and my dad and the organizer is Mr. Ramji. And
Ramji, yes.
Yeah, and big shout out to him. He's definitely been a huge part of my cricket, and without him, this journey definitely wouldn't have been possible. And big shout out to all my coaches who've coached me and helped me along my journey. They also deserve a lot of credit to the way I'm performing today.
Excellent. Thanks for making the trip here, Pranav. And let me go over to a Pocket Rocket now in the studio. Even though he's injured, he couldn't play in the finals, but he did not spare that opportunity to be in the commentary box with us, and I'm talking about Ishaan. Ishaan, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you. Happy Holi to all. My dad and organizer, Mr. Raj, also has been a big part of my cricket. Took me to a lot of my games and a lot of my practices. Even when we were in the cages, I accidentally hit him on accident. But he still took me places, and a shout out to all my coaches. Me and Pranav here get coached by almost most of the same coaches, so shout out to all the coaches as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ishaan, and thank you, Pranav. So hang in there with us. I do have Mr. Amarnath, who's joining in live from Dayton, New Jersey. Feel free to join in the discussions we're having, and I'm going to bring you back in every segment. We'll talk about your league, yourself. But for now, let me bring in Amarnath. Amarnath, it has been a forgettable experience for Team India in Indore. It was a forgettable experience overall for the management, for the curators, everything. Let's talk about India versus Australia. That test number 3 that concluded.
Yeah, I think it was a great wake-up call for the Indian team.
Smell the coffee.
Definitely. A very poor show on the part of India and a great show on the part of Australia. Let us give them due credit. I just don't want to keep cursing India. India was put under pressure by Australia, and Australia deserved to win.
And absolutely right. We were talking about it last week, Amarnath. Remember that courageous captain Steve Smith is back in the squad. And we all know how much he hates losing.
True. Australians don't like to lose. Simple.
Coming back to now, that's all in the past, Amarnath. Now we'll move to Ahmedabad. Do we go? What kind of mindset Team India goes in there now? Already wounded, already got a shock treatment, if I can use that word. What would be the approach now, moving forward?
Moving forward, I would more or less keep the same team, provided everybody is physically fit. If Shami is fit, he comes back in, because if somebody is physically dropped for physical fitness, moment they resume their fitness, he has to come back. And I think I won't blame any of the bowlers. The batting, it's really a very pathetic show, be it Shreyas Iyer or even Gill. Nobody showed any application. Now, it's not a question of dropping anyone, because just one test we lost. But somebody has to read out what's called the riot act to all the batsmen.
That's true.
Somebody has to read out the riot act and say, you all can't take your places for granted, and there will be punishments handed out.
True.
You know what? That's something we have talked about it for so many years, Amarnath, right? I mean, seldom you'll see that happening. But overall, it's a good performance by Australia. I think they really made a good use of the conditions, whatever the conditions they were. Let's not blame the pitch. Let's not blame. It's about application. What we didn't see was the application from our batters.
In both the innings, nobody showed any application. You have got to play in this kind of a wicket in the V, and they are going across. You avoid cross bat shots. It's as simple as that. Play a straight bat. In the V you hit between covers and mid wicket. Don't try to hit to point and square leg, either by a sweep or a cut, because you're asking for trouble.
Amarnath, I'll also keep our phone lines open in the studio, 281-277-6874. Or listeners can also text us in the studio. We do have a WhatsApp number available here, 713-568-0987. Now you're talking about, you said so many things, Amarnath, and these two gentlemen who are sitting in front of me right now, young men, this is a lesson for them also. You talked about it. I saw them play. I saw these boys play in their recently concluded HYPL finals. Unbelievable, Amarnath, unbelievable. And the KD Raiders, they were the winners for the finals here.
Yeah.
And that's the match that I was witness. So let me start with you, Pranav. First of all, you've got Amarnath. Pranav is a pace bowler.
Wow.
I saw him bowl. And how old are you, Pranav?
14.
At 14 years of age, he's got that discipline. He's got that knack. He's got that ability to continue bowling overs after overs. And it was just wonderful to see the kind of discipline that these young men have displayed. Pranav, tell us something about the finals. I know I was there in the commentary box. I witnessed it. It was a wonderful match. Summarize it for our listeners.
So I played for the Texas Skywalkers, and we played against the KD Raiders in the finals. So basically, we batted first. We put on 141 runs in the first innings in 20 overs, and I think our bowling performance definitely could have been better, because KD Raiders, they came out all guns blazing in the power play. Ryan Bagani and Pranav Chettopalayam, credit to them, they really took on the bowling attack and basically took the game away from us in the power play, and we just lost it from there.
Pranav, that's the only thing I have to say to you. First of all, congratulations making into the finals. It's not easy to do that.
You.
Second of all, every match you're going to get better. Lessons learned, right? Nothing to be disheartened about. You had a wonderful match. You had a wonderful tournament. Move on from there. Perform even better next time when you go. We're there with you. People are there to support you. You got wonderful coaches who are teaching you the right way. You've got a fantastic platform. Believe me when I say that. When we were growing up in this country, Pranav, we didn't have those kind of resources available to us. The kind of resources both of you have and your teammates have now. So make good use of that. Right? Ishaan, how's that injury?
Good. It's getting better.
It's getting better.
Yeah.
So Amarnath, Ishaan had to sit out the finals because of a thumb injury. But let me tell you something. He didn't miss a single second because he was in the commentary box with us.
Very good.
So if he couldn't play, he can talk. Go ahead, Ishaan.
In the finals, Texas Skywalkers versus Katy Raiders. Skywalkers lost the toss, and Katy Raiders told them to bat first. But after a good show from Rishi Ramesh and Arjun Mahesh, Rishi Ramesh 46 and Arjun Mahesh 53, then they started to collapse from there. All wickets gone. And then Katy Raiders coming out. Ryan Bagani gone for 26, but Pranav Chittapalli staying there till the end, 67 not out. Both of them guns blazing in the power play. And Arya Kananta coming up with a sweet 30-some. And just him and Pranav Chittapalli finishing it in the end.
This is how they talk, Amarnath. Forget about their playing careers, but this is how they talk. That's one of the reasons why I invited them in the studio.
Very good, very confident. Well done.
Amarnath, so as I mentioned to you earlier, right, this is a very well contested tournament, very well organized, and kudos to the organizers, kudos to the parents, kudos to the coaches who are making them come here. Amarnath, real quickly before the break, I do want to, and gentlemen, you can also chime in, okay, with us. We're talking about WPL, Delhi Capitals, my, this morning's game, 214, Amarnath. I mean, these girls are going at it, heavily scoring at the Navi Mumbai Stadium. So far, all the matches have been superb.
Yes, right from Lanning to Jemima Rodriguez, I thoroughly enjoyed the game. I'm telling you, they have put out a good product.
Again, we always joke about it, Amarnath, in the studio, and you and I, when we talk about it offline also, it's, sometimes RCB has always have had that roster like New York Yankees, right? They look good on paper. But when it comes to the actual performances, something happens. Something goes on with RCB, either the men's side or the women's side. With Smriti Mandhana, they've got some record-breaking drafts there, right? Still haven't found their footing yet.
Yes, must be some kind of curse. I don't have to take any names.
What do you think, Ishaan? What do you think, Pranav?
I think RCB need to change their name. Maybe that'll work.
But all credit goes to Delhi Capitals with their game and Tara Norris with the fifer.
Yeah, that was what a wonderful display, right?
Yeah.
But RCB, they got to step up their game. When me and Coach Sushil Nadkarni were talking, we have girls.
Did you say Coach Sushil Nadkarni?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have girls in our sessions, right? So he said RCB looking for. He said for pace bowlers. He said if you wanna bowl quick, because like women's RCB team looking for people that can bowl, girls that can bowl 130 Ks. That's what he said, and then. Everybody just focused on bowling faster and faster, and it got way faster.
That's good motivation.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it. He's got a thumb injury, Amarnath. I hope he recovers better, because otherwise he's going to take your and my job now in the in the broadcasting booth. All right, gentlemen, stay with me. I've got to take a small drinks break. When we do come back on the other side, we'll have plenty more to talk about this day in cricket coming up. A big shout out to a big shout out to the Houston Youth Premier League for their continuing success. And before I go on the break, folks, just a reminder, at 8 o'clock, coming up my regular show, Bollywood Blast. Continuing with my segment today, the great Indian directors, and today I'm featuring Shakti Samanta. So stay tuned for that. That's all coming up right after Fulltoss, right here on Masala Radio, 98.7 FM. Welcome back, friends. Thank you so much for tuning into Masala Radio 98.7 FM. My name is Amit, and joining me live from Dayton, New Jersey, Amarnath. Amarnath, welcome back to the second half.
Thank you very much, Amit. Pleasure being here.
So, Amarnath, I've got two young men who had a tremendous outing on Sunday. And this is absolutely, this is what you call T20 cricket at its best. At its best. Two brothers here. And if I'm gonna bring them in on air just in literally in few minutes. One of them scored 181 not out.
Wow.
181 not out. Other one scored 189 not out. Just imagine.
In same game or some other?
Same game.
Wow.
Same game. Unbelievable. And I'm talking about Joshua Trump and Matthew Trump, and I have them on the phone. They're calling in from Austin. Matthew and Joshua, welcome.
Hi, good evening.
First of all, congratulations. What an innings. What happened? What did you guys eat for breakfast that day? Seriously.
Yeah, thank you so much. First of all, thank you for having us on air tonight. I know. I mean, it was a great innings. I mean, there's nothing more I could say. We rocked up. We showed up early that day. We got to the ground early. We both had been struggling a bit with form. Showed up early to the ground, hit a few balls early before everybody got there, and for both of us it just clicked and
wonderful.
Balls were flying. So
now
I have
Ramji with me right now in the studio, and he just pulled out a wonderful stat. Amarnath, listen to this, okay? The highest individual scores, Chris Gale's highest is 175, by the way.
Yes.
These two boys have surpassed Chris Gale. That's an outstanding achievement. Wow. 175, that was Chris Gale, and these two have 181, 189. It must have been a great feeling, Matthew and Joshua.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for me to beat my brother, first of all, is a great feeling. And I mean, to score 100 and to beat him is an even better feeling. So,
wow.
Yeah, it was an amazing day. Couldn't have asked for any better day. And yeah.
So I hear both of you brothers come from Austin to play matches here?
Yes, we do. So
wow, what dedication.
We're originally from South Africa. We moved to Austin 10 months ago. So we're practicing in Austin, at Houston, Dallas, playing games, Austin, Houston, Dallas.
My.
Trying to get as much cricket as possible in, yeah.
Give your parents a shout out first of all for their dedication. What are their names? What are their names?
Yeah, we know. They're driving us around everywhere, putting us in different tournaments, getting us with different coaches. So, yeah, we're really grateful and blessed.
Amarnath, go ahead.
To have them.
First of all, congratulations. How old are you? Since I didn't get to watch you all, I want to know how old are you?
We're both 17 years old. We turn 18 next month.
Wonderful. So you all grew up with cricket in South Africa and continued it here in USA.
That's spot on. Yeah, we grew up playing cricket in South Africa, and now we're here. Played minor league last year.
Wonderful. I happened to visit South Africa in 2018, Cape Town. So I saw the love of cricket in Cape Town. Which part of South Africa are you all originally from?
I'm from Johannesburg. So we're both
Joburg.
from Johannesburg. So
okay.
Yeah, not as nice as Cape Town, but I think that the cricket's a bit better in Johannesburg than Cape Town.
Yes, it's a great cricketing town. It's a tremendous history.
For sure. Tons of youth talent coming up, and great heritage of cricket. Got the likes of Jacques Callis, A.B. de Villiers.
Yes. Good. Well, we are very happy to have you all in USA. All the very best for your future career in USA cricket.
Matthew, is Joshua with you in the same room? Are you guys together?
No, I'm not sure where Josh is. He should have dialed in.
All right, no issues. If he's dialing in, ask him to dial me back around 7:40. Okay.
Okay. Josh is he's come into my room now. So
okay, we'll talk to Josh. We'll also talk to Josh. So friends, those of you just tuning in right now, we've got two of the superstars from the Houston Youth Premier League who scored 181 not out, 189 not out in the finals. Both the brothers, the Trump brothers, Joshua and Matthew Trump, they're calling in from Austin right now. Do I have Joshua online now?
Yes.
Hey Joshua, congratulations first of all for a phenomenal display of batting. What fireworks!
Yeah, thank you so much.
Good to have you on air. So with me, we've got a gentleman named Mr. Amarnath, who's dialing in from New Jersey, Dayton, New Jersey. Amarnath, this is the second brother, Joshua.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Joshua.
Thank you very much. Nice to talk to you. I haven't been introduced to you guys before, so yeah.
I'll do the honors right now. So my name is Amit, and I have Amarnath. We have a show called Fulltoss, the voice of cricket in America. And right now you're tuning in on 98.7 FM Masala Radio. Fulltoss has been aired for more than 2 decades now, Joshua. We started our journey back in New Jersey and New York. We have been involved with a lot of different leagues across the United States. We promote domestic cricket. And more importantly, we promote players such as yourself. We want to give you that recognition that you really deserve. So wonderful job, Joshua. And one of these days, we'll definitely have you in person in the studio. So thanks for calling in.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to one day in the future come in studio and be live on the radio station.
Thank you, Joshua. Take care.
Great.
Amarnath, I think I lost you. So if you want to call me back again. But once again, friends, that was the brothers who just called us right now, Joshua and Matthew Trump from Austin of the Houston Youth Premier League. The finals were played on Sunday at the Moose Stadium. We had an opportunity, meaning myself and Hamid Lakhani. By the way, Hamid is MIA today. He'll be joining us next week in the studio. But in the meantime, I do have some representatives here from Houston Youth Premier League, Ramji and Raj. Wonderful, well-organized matches, both of you. You guys have really worked hard, and you have set a example for other leagues across the United States. This is a very professional setup, so I congratulate you for doing that. Amarnath?
Yes.
All right. It is time for me now to get into our This Day in Cricket segment.
Okay.
Are you
I'm
ready
all
for
set.
that? Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Now, I do see some smiles on Ishaan and Pranav's faces, but so let me tell you exactly what's happening here right now. Okay, both Ramji and Raj, they have witnessed it in the past. I have a list of events and birthdays happened today's day. I don't share that with Amarnath. Mr. Amarnath has no idea what I'll be talking about. So he's known as a human encyclopedia, and you're about to witness that live. Okay? So we're going to begin now. Amarnath, are you
Pleasure.
ready? Okay, here we go. Let's see. March 7th, 1952.
1952. So he played in the 70s. I was in India. Okay, go
Oh
ahead.
my goodness, a West Indian.
Mm.
He authored 2 of the best one-day batting performances, 189 against England in
Oh,
1980.
King Richard.
Yes.
Vivian Richards. King Richards.
King Richards, yes, that's him today, Amarnath.
Ian Vivian Richards.
Yes. Tell us something more about Richards, Amarnath. You have seen him play.
Oh, I got to watch him in his first tour to India in 1974 in the Calcutta Test. He executed a square cut. The ball raced to the fence, hit the concrete wall, and came back almost to slips.
My God.
That's the time everybody woke up. My God, how much of power this man has. One square cut, and the ball went nearly, hit the wall and bounced back all the way in.
Class apart. All right. Another event that happened today's day in history, Amarnath. March 7th, 1987, the first batter to have scored 10,000 test runs, Amarnath.
So Sunil Gavaskar. Who
Yes.
else?
Oh, what a class this individual is, right? Mr. Gavaskar.
Yes. Nobody knows who got second, but everybody knows who got it first. Everyone knows who got Mount Everest first.
Yes, indeed. All right, I've got a birthday coming up now, Amarnath. Ishaan, Pranav, ready for this? Okay.
First one was Richards, his birthday. Now next one was Gavaskar. Now this one. Okay.
So birthday, born today, March 7th, 1920.
1920. So
1920.
he would have played in the late 40s or early 50s. Okay.
An Englishman, a lefty,
Okay.
always remembered for his glorious
Sir
rear guard
Donald
action.
Bradman.
Rear guard action.
Australian.
Rear guard action against Australian Lords in 1953. He played that game.
Okay. 1953, Lindsay has a team, Australia, it was the Ashes series, and rearguard action was with Trevor Bailey, if I remember.
Willie Watson. Willie Watson.
Willie Watson. He was a all-rounder, left-handed all-rounder. He played for England in soccer, football also.
Yes. I was about to mention that.
No. Willie Watson, I know it quite well. As coming to Trevor Bailey, the rearguard action.
So they're actually both. They're both mentioned in this segment,
okay.
though.
No. That was a great series which England won, and Willie Watson was a very good left-handed double international.
I have another birthday coming up, Amarnath. Born March 7th, 1934. 1934. This time an Indian. He's played 31 tests. He faced up to Charlie Griffith in the fourth match in Bridgetown.
Oh, you're talking of Nari Contractor.
Nari Contractor. How did you guess this one?
No, Charlie Griffith. He hurt him.
Yeah, he hurt him, right?
He hurt him, and he had to undergo major emergency surgery. And he was India's captain, and he won the first rubber against Dexter in 61-62, and unfortunately got injured, and he couldn't play Test cricket later on.
So, gentlemen in the studio, back in those days, they didn't wear helmets.
Yeah.
And so he actually broke his skull, by the way. That's how bad that injury really was.
Whoa.
That's Nari Contractor, right?
No.
Okay, Amarnath. Let me move on to the next one. And this is, oh my goodness. Okay, let me go to 1986, March 7th, 1986 now.
1986. Okay.
Now, the venue is Trinidad.
England toured West Indies.
There you go. Trinidad is the venue, Amarnath.
Okay, yeah.
And two of their batters had a wonderful test that day. 66 for one of them, 62 for the another one.
Oh, it was Gower.
Gower and Lamb. Alan Lamb and David Gower.
But they lost.
Yeah, they still lost.
That test.
They still lost that test.
Richie Richardson scored a century in that test. I don't know.
We'll go to 1953, Amarnath. March 7th, 1953.
March 7th, 1953.
A mighty innings from a South African opener. His first 2 turns was extended to a 9-hour, 255 not out.
Jackie McGlew.
How do you know this?
Jackie McGlew.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Unbelievable.
Long innings. He played some 8 hours or 9 hours, scored 255 against New Zealand.
See, this is what I was talking about, Ishaan and Pranav, right?
Yeah.
I don't share this with him. I'm just giving him clues.
When I went to Cape Town, I mentioned in 2018, the person sitting next to me, he was an elderly gentleman. And I talked about Jackie McGlew. He was very surprised.
Really?
I knew about Jackie McGlew.
How about that? All right. March 7th, 2004, end of a career for one of Australia's best.
2004, end of career.
Final first-class match for him. Queensland.
Oh, final first-class match. Okay, then I won't know.
He captained Australia for that decade.
Then Waugh.
Yeah, Steve Waugh.
Yes, I guess.
Steve Waugh. Okay,
Steve
I
Waugh.
got that. Once you said he captained, because he retired in 2003, 2004 after the series with India.
I've got back-to-back birthdays coming up now. Ready for this, gentlemen?
Yeah.
Right? Amarnath, ready? Born March 7th, 1985. An Englishman.
An Englishman.
He was one of the contenders to replace Andrew Flintoff, by the way. He scored 50 against India at the Oval. He had a debut, the test call-up. He never played a test. He was also...
You're talking about ODI player?
ODI.
ODI T20 player.
He was also in the side, the T20 side to 2010, and he was also on the 2011 World Cup, by the way. That's Luke Wright.
Luke Wright, yes.
Luke
He was a T20 specialist. Yeah.
I've got another Englishman coming up now. Born March 7th, 1918. 1918.
1918.
He has played 18 tests for England between 1946 and 1955, scoring 606 runs with an average of 20.89, taking 3 wickets, and he was a superb fielder in short legs and slips.
So in that time, there were quite a few all-rounders, means half all-rounders, I would say. They were not very great with the bat, useful players. Like I said, Trevor Bailey, Alec Bedzer, and a whole lot. since he played only 18 tests and not great numbers.
So I'm talking about Jack Eichen.
Yes, he played against India, by the way,
Yeah.
in 22.
I'm saying yeah because I'm reading it.
Okay, Jack Aiken played against India.
All right, that was our This Day in Cricket segment, Amarnath.
Thank
Great
you
job
very
once
much.
again. Great job. Coming back to, all right, I've got a caller on here. I'm going to take him on air. Masala Radio, you're live on air. Your name and where you're calling from?
Amit bhai, કેમ છો?
Siraj bhai, કેમ છો?
બસ મજામાં.
That's the only Gujarati I know, by the way. Siraj bhai, go ahead.
Only Indian captain to score 3 centuries in all 3 formats.
Only captain to score 3 centuries in all 3 formats. Virat Kohli?
Yeah. Now, you bowled out.
Huh? No,
Rohit Sharma.
Kohli has scored century in all 3 formats.
He said
Yeah,
Indian
Rohit.
captain. The question is Indian captain, correct?
Captain, Indian captain.
Indian captain? What, Rohit Sharma?
Yeah, I say Rohit Sharma. Because you said Virat was not right.
Yeah, it
Okay,
has to
then
be.
it'll be
It's either
Rohit
Virat or Rohit, right? One of them.
Yeah, Virat or Rohit, but he's Rohit.
It's Rohit Sharma. Well, thank you, Siraj bhai.
Yeah. Thank you.
You.
That was a good Yorker. I appreciate it.
I'm surprised that Virat has not scored a century in T20, but Rohit is there.
Let me quickly go now to Ishaan and Pranav. So let me talk. Let me begin with you, Pranav, first, and I'm going to go to Ishaan. What are some of your high moments? Some of achievements that you're really proud of, innings that you have played, or a spell that you have bowled. One of your memorable ones.
I think a memorable tournament in general for me was I went to Bay Area.
San Francisco.
Yep.
Wow.
And so I got a hat trick against their local team.
Hey, this is a pacer, Amarnath, okay? This is a pacer talking right now. I saw him bowl. On Sunday.
Wonderful.
You took a hat trick.
Yeah. And then the next match was it was basically like a semi-final. And I got 3 wickets again in that game, and I defended 9 runs off the last over to
How about that?
take my team to the final. That was a really ecstatic moment for me.
How about you, Ishaan?
So I've had a lot of high moments in the past few months.
Just to remind our listeners, this guy is 12 years old, okay?
My God.
Continue.
So first game, I also went to Bay Area. First game, I didn't bat as well. In the second game, I came back with 107. Then next game, 82, and the other game, 83.
Wait. Go back again. 107.
Yeah,
And after that,
82.
82.
Wow.
Incredible. A 12-year-old. Outstanding young man,
then-
outstanding.
And also, December, I had a hat trick.
You also bowl.
Yeah, off spin.
Off spin.
Off spin.
बेटा आप इतने से हो पॉकेट रॉकेट हो कैसे करते हो ये सब
I don't know. And then also, a few weeks ago, I hit 139.
My God.
139.
Well, let me tell you something, Ishaan. I hope you get out of this injury soon. Please take care of that thumb, okay? You don't want to rush into it. You know, you've been playing superbly. And those of you who are listening to our show right now, I want you to go and support these young men. They play. They've been playing regularly. You can find the league's information online. They're on Facebook. They're on Google. They're everywhere you can find Houston Youth Premier League. Houston Youth Premier League. And they have junior tournaments coming up now. We'll talk about it after we come back from the break. But I just want our listeners to know, if you are in H-Town, if you on the weekends, go watch them play. You will not be disappointed. The level of discipline, the professionalism these young men have shown throughout the tournament, it's commendable. And that's Houston Youth Premier League. And by the way, next week, Mithali Chaudhary is going to be bringing us two players from the women's cricket now. We have Ria Natkani and Tia Chaudhary, who will be here in the studio, Amarnath, next Tuesday.
Wonderful.
So can't wait to have them in the studio. It is time for me to take a short drinks break. When I do come back on the other side, we'll continue chatting with both Ishaan and Pranav. And we also have our Spotlight segment today. Kevin Peterson. You don't want to miss that. So stay tuned, friends. We'll be right back after these short messages from our sponsors. Friends, you're tuning into Full Toss, the voice of cricket in America with Amit and Amarnath. And joining us in the studio, two fine young men from the Houston Youth Premier League, Ishaan and Pranav. We had a wonderful time chatting with them. And in this segment also, I'll bring them in our discussions. We had a wonderful Disdain cricket segment going on, Amarnath. WPL started with a bang. Some of the matches that we have witnessed so far, they have been absolutely phenomenal. There was no disappointment whatsoever. I want to bring you back, Amarnath, for the test match number 4, which begins tomorrow in Ahmedabad. India versus Australia. And your prediction, your lineup, you were bang on the money yesterday. By the way, last week, you and Yogesh Bhai, both of you were bang on with your predictions. With the playing 11 and the way you said it, I still remember, and we posted it on our channel also, where listeners can listen in. You did say that this is going to be an Australia's match. They're going to come hard. They did. Your predictions about the playing 11, they were correct. So I would like you now to talk about the playing 11 and so far, what do you expect out of Ahmedabad?
Ahmedabad, a lot will depend on the wicket. And given how things are, I would expect more or less the same team. Okay? And the more interesting thing is, how is the strategy going to be to last out at least 4 days? So far, all the matches have been only 3 days.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't had a complete test match, Amarnath. People have been complaining about it, by the way. I'm complaining about it.
So I would strongly recommend that we be careful. India has to be very cautious in giving up their wickets. Put a price on your wicket. Our bowling has been doing their job. Our batsmen have not done their job. So they have to stay and bat 2 sessions. We have not done that. No batsman has stayed 2 sessions. You're not playing 20 overs cricket. You're playing test matches. So that is the main thing. I expect another cracker of a match. Australia will come with their guns blazing. But we have India has good spinners like Jadeja and Ashwin and Akshar Patel to keep them quiet. And we have also 2 good fast bowlers. So given we have got a 5-bowler attack, which is top-notch, I'm not worried about the bowling. I'm only concerned about the batting. And if Rohit Sharma can score a century, we have it in the bag. That's my feeling.
Excellent. And now we have 2 students here of the game. Let me go to them. Pranav, what are your predictions for test number 4?
I think that solely because of the momentum, Australia will do just as well as they did last test match.
I have the same feeling, Pranav.
And I think Usman Khawaja, he's been...
he had a very dismal series, right?
Yeah, but he has been in good form in the recent past, so I think he'll do well this test match.
What about you, Ishaan?
Yeah, the pressure leading up to this game for the world.
What do you learn these words? You're 12 years old.
But like World Test Championship standings as well for this game, but same team like Amarnath Bhai, but the thing I'm worried about is that the mentality that India has and the
Are you talking about the application, the way they have been applying themselves, right?
Like the momentum that Australia has to go into this test match to win it, to draw the series, but as well as India knowing they have a good attack coming, and they have a team that they can also win this game and win the series.
I do agree with both of you also here, Pranav and Ishaan. I think Aussies have a great momentum behind them. And if any team who's capable of drawing a series very well is the Aussies. They've got the right attitude. They've got that winning mindset. They've got that attacking mentality. So if anyone who has the capability of drawing a series is the Aussies. So I agree with you. Yes, and Steve Smith is a wonderful captain. We have seen him play captain the side over the years. He's done a wonderful job. So from my side, I think we're looking at a draw here If you ask me,
Yeah.
Amarnath,
Yeah.
Ishaan, and
But-
Viv and Pranav,
draw.
a draw.
But
It's
also-
a drawn series now.
But also,
A drawn series, not a
drawn
drawn
series.
test match.
Drawn series.
These days, you never get a drawn test match unless.
No. I'm talking about a drawn series. I'm going with the Aussies this time. They have the momentum behind them. And Steve Smith, I've seen him way too many times. When he has momentum on his side, behind him, he's like that constrictor, he's not going to let it go. So I'm going with Aussies.
yeah.
You're going with Aussies, good, but I think India being the underdog, I'd like to bet on them.
All right. Real quickly, before we get into our spotlight, I'm going to give you a minute, both. Tell us about your upcoming matches, Ishaan.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, HYPL Junior coming. It's like HYPL, but for 13-year-olds and younger. We are playing at Katie Hockley, and a lot of players coming from Dallas and other parts of the
Excellent.
country and state. But also, it's going to be really high competition, just like the regular HYPL.
There is no doubt in my mind about high competition. I've seen you guys play, Ishaan, so I know what you are capable of delivering. And what day does it start? What are the dates?
I think it starts
18 and 19.
18 and 19.
18 and
yeah.
19 of this
Yeah.
month. So right around the spring break.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
end of the spring break, right?
Yeah.
Because spring break is next week. I wish you a ton of success.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
I hope you'll get out of your injury soon. Before I give it to Pranav, do you want to give any shout outs to your friends?
Yes. Shout out to Ria Nakarni and Tia Chowdhury.
There you go. Very nice, very nice. Pranav, let me come to you now.
Well,
Will you be playing in the same tournament?
no, I'm 14, so
Okay.
I'd be too old for that.
So when is your next tournament coming up?
I have a spring break tournament coming up, which is this coming weekend.
And where can we come and see you?
uh,
watch you
it's,
play?
Prairie View Cricket Complex.
Oh yeah, that's a good complex.
Yeah, very good in structure and
I think Mangesh Bhai and they've done a great
Yeah,
job,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They've done a great job there.
yeah. So we'll be playing 4 games there.
And do you want to give a shout out to your friends, Pranav?
Just shout out to all the teams. I mean, all my team members who'd be playing there. Arin, Ryan, Daniel. Yeah, shout out to them all.
All right. Well, young man, I wish you a ton of success.
Thank you.
Do well. And you're doing a wonderful job. Keep learning, keep applying, and keep winning. You're going to lose some, you're going to win some. But the passion that I see in both your eyes, make sure you continue doing that. And I want to see both of you represent United States very, very soon. Okay? We do have a fantastic team, right?
Catch and
Ria's dad. Did you guys know he was a
Yeah,
captain of
yeah.
USA?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I want you guys to now represent United States soon.
United States is a good team. They have Gajanan Singh, Monarch
Got what a great
Patel.
talent. So thanks for coming in the studio. Hang in there because I'm going to go to Amarnath. Amarnath, it is time for us for a spotlight. I've got 7 minutes for you. This is Fulltoss Spotlight. And Ishaan and Pranav, every week, Amarnath, he has his editorial column, whatever you want to call it. He doesn't read this from the internet. These are his own accounts. And today we'll be featuring Kevin Peterson. Amarnath, the mic is all yours.
Thank you very much, Amit. The spotlight, the Fulltoss spotlight is on Kevin Peterson, South African who played for England from 2004 to 2012. Those are 8 years. I would say they were 8 magical years. And I got to hear about him in 2004 when he was playing for England in the ODI tournament against South Africa. And usually South Africans don't like anybody leaving the country and coming back to play there. And he was roundly booed. But the way he reacted to that, he scored 3 centuries in his very first tournament. 3 centuries against South Africa. And it was so good. By the time he hit the 3rd century, the South African crowd stood up and cheered him. So he had a baptism under fire.
I like that word.
He went back to England. And I started following him right from that tournament. And when he went back, it was the Ashes, where McGrath had promised a 5-0 drubbing of England. And true to form, the first test, England lost badly. But even in that losing cause, Kevin Peterson, in his very first test, both innings he scored 50. He was the only one who gave a fight in that test match. But guess what? That rubbed off on the rest, and England managed to win the Ashes. The highlight was the fifth test at the Oval when it looked like Australia would make a match of it. On the fifth day, Kevin Pietersen scored a magnificent 158. He was just 24 years old at that time, 24, 25. And it was his first series, and that too an Ashes series. It didn't allow him to rattle. So I started following him very closely, every series, how he played. And it was, he reminded me in terms of his aggression of a former South African who played in England, Tony Greig. I don't know if you remember.
Yes,
Tony
we do.
Greig, Amit.
Yes, absolutely.
Tony Greig used to be, he was not as talented as Kevin Pietersen, by the way, but had that same level of aggression. And Kevin Pietersen was really remarkable. And he came to play in the IPL, and he played for Delhi Capitals, if you remember.
Yes.
And he played wonderfully every match. There was never a dull moment when he was at the crease. And one of the greatest innings played in the Wankhede Stadium was in 2012 when Kevin Pietersen scored 186. They had lost the first test. England had lost the first test. Second test was in Bombay. And everything hinged on Kevin Pietersen because the other batsmen had got out. Only Cook was there, Bell, all had gone. He comes and he targets Ashwin. He targets Ashwin and hits him cross bat outside the off stump over mid wicket. And Ashwin was young at that time.
I remember that match, Amarnath.
And that completely changed the fortunes of England. They won a series in India after about 25 years. All because of Kevin Pietersen showing them the way to play. And one of the things about Kevin Pietersen, he has never hidden his love for India. Okay? When he came for IPL in 2008, he went against the establishment in England. They didn't want to send any English players. He said, no, IPL is the premier tournament in the world. I don't want to be missing it.
No.
I don't want to be missing playing in the premier tournament in the world. He came and played, and he did a remarkable job. 2011, when I had gone to England in Lords, I saw Kevin Pietersen play.
Unbelievable.
It was really great to see. He had a certain regal bearing. But unlike Tony Greig, he was also very controversial with the authorities. He was made captain, sacked as a captain. But he didn't stop just with playing cricket. He became a commentator. And guess what? Just recently, there was in Delhi, there was a very big conference called the Raisina Dialogues. In one of the panels, you had Tony Blair, the former Prime Minister of England, you had Jaishankar, the Foreign Minister of India, and the third person was Kevin Pietersen.
I remember that. I know that.
Kevin Pietersen, and he talked about how sports can unite. It said, we live in a very dangerous world of wars, but the one thing which unifies everybody is sports, and I know cricket, and we need to promote cricket. So I really appreciated the thought he had, and he still loves cricket. I want to wish him the very best. I've enjoyed his batting all through his career. I hope and pray that he does well beyond his playing days.
Wonderful, Amarnath, and that was a spotlight on Kevin Pietersen. I really appreciate it. Wonderful job, Amarnath. Before we sign off, I do have Ramji and Raj of Houston Youth Premier League. Both of you have done a tremendous job. This is one of the most well-organized tournaments I have ever witnessed in the United States. Both Amarnath and I have been promoting domestic cricket for over 2 decades now. 2 decades. That's a long time. This is one of the well-contested, well-organized, and a lot of hard work goes behind, putting something together. So, Ramji, Raj, first of all, congratulations to both of you and your organization.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Amit. I think it was a pleasure for us also to have you and Hamid bhai at the ground on the final day. We really thoroughly enjoyed your presence there. And in terms of the way we executed it, I would say we still not achieved perfection. We are learning by the day. We are learning every season. So there is always room for improvement. and we would strive to give the best that we can for the youth players.
By the way, Amarnath, I also had an opportunity to meet the curator of the pitch, Raza Bhai. My God, this is an actual turf. This is not your artificial turf, Amarnath. That these men play on.
That's great.
He's doing a wonderful job. The ground is maintained so well. It's beyond anybody's imagination. Look at the technology that is being used in producing those matches. Go on their website or their Facebook page, Houston Youth Premier League. They have all the recordings there. Go watch that. And you'll know exactly why I'm praising them so much. You have instant replays in the commentary box. Come on, this is a domestic cricket league. I haven't seen that happening anywhere. So very well done. And I wish your players ton of success. I wish both of you ton of success. Keep growing this way, because guess what? Everything starts from the grassroots level.
Absolutely.
And what both of you and your organization is producing, they're going to be giving us some of the stars who are going to represent United States. These young men will get an opportunity to play in tournaments like IPL or other tournaments. So I'm really happy that you guys are putting in so much of effort. It's our commitment, Ramji and Raj. We are behind you guys. Whatever you guys do, please let us know. We'll let Houston know. We will let world know what you guys do.
Great. You are our voice of Houston Youth Premier League, I would say, for the rest of US and the world.
Thank you for coming in the studio, and thank you for bringing both these talented young men here.
Thank you for the opportunity, and we will continue to meet.
Amarnath, as always, thank you for your excitement, your enthusiasm, your participation, your knowledge you bring to this table. It makes it absolutely much more interesting.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Yes, go ahead, Raj.
Yeah, no, thank you very much.
Okay.
I think it was amazing. I mean, just to give some stats to the listeners, in about 14 games, we had about 3,500 runs scored.
My God.
109 sixes. And again, it's not only batting paradise, but 3 centuries and 15 50s, but also 5 maidens were bowled.
Wow.
So again, it was good, as you said, it was on the actual turf wicket. So
Right.
lot of excitement for kids and good platform. So thank you for supporting.
Absolutely, we'll be there. We're always there. We're always there behind you. Friends, stay tuned. Coming up right after the break, Bollywood Blast, the great Indian directors featuring Shakti Samanta. And I've got a surprise for our listeners. Going to be joining me, my friend Dilip Bhai will be joining me on the show today. So I'm very excited for that. Friends, thanks for tuning in. Everyone, have a wonderful evening. Stay tuned. Bollywood Blast is next.